Hey everybody, welcome. This is Natalie Hill, and welcome to the 12 months to $100,000 free webinar series. This is webinar number 3 in a 5-part series. And in this series of 30-minute webinars, my purpose is to inspire you about what's possible, that it is possible to earn $100,000 in 12 months or more than that. More money than that. Give you practical tools and action steps you can take right now. And in case you're just joining this free webinar series, I'm going to catch you up. Don't worry. And if you've caught the others, this will take you even deeper today. So here's what's possible for you from attending today. I'm here to help you make the difference that you are here on this planet to make. To help you go from being the best kept secret to actually being seen and known and heard and hired. I'm here to help you achieve a life of freedom so that you can work from home if you want to, like I do, or you can travel, take vacations, pay for the things you care about, like your children's education, your retirement, investments, helping others. And so today I'm going to help you know who is most likely to hire you, so you spend your valuable time and energy heading in the right direction, knocking on the doors that are likely to open. And I'll help you know what to say when you talk about your business so that instead of going from networking defeated and discouraged, you go home from networking energized and with new business possibilities. So I'm going to show you some slides here. If I can grab them. Yes. Okay, cool. So let me just maneuver a little bit on my, just moving things around a little bit so you get to see the very best view. Let me see if I can make that a little bit larger. There we go, got a little bit bigger. Okay, so first of all, I started out as what I called an EFT practitioner. I was still working as a reading consultant, and I was so insecure about asking for money and so insecure about the quality of what I had to offer that mostly I gave away my services for free. And I was an evangelist about EFT. I really felt like I could help everyone because EFT is a pretty much universally helpful tool. And so I did. I worked with all different kinds of people. I worked with, so I'm showing Popeye here because I think I felt like I was just sort of, I was so powerful, nothing could stop me. So here are some of the examples of some of the types of clients I worked with. I worked with a woman who was a food binger. She would be fine for a few weeks, but at least once out of every month, she would go to 3 restaurants in a row and have 3 complete meals with appetizers, a whole main dish, and a dessert. I worked with anxiety. One of my clients had not been out of her house in 17 years. I worked with several clients with cancer, life-threatening cancer. I worked with a client with alcoholism. I worked with people who were sexually abused as children. I worked with a sexual abuser. I worked with a person who had no emotion, could not feel or express any emotion, at least that's what she thought. I worked with people dealing with grief from the ending of a relationship or the death of loved ones. I worked with people with relationship problems. I even worked with a day trader who knew that she had fear around her trading, financial trading, and it stopped her from making any money. So here's the deal. I was working with so many different people in so many different niches that I was basically spread too thin to get better. I was always a beginner. And so I never felt like I was really good at anything. Then I started learning business and marketing. And I found that I actually loved it. I found that I had a knack for business. But because the business was so challenging for me to do, to step up, to stand out in a bigger way, to claim my expertise, to get in front of audiences, it really demanded that I increase my inner work. So I did tons of tapping on myself. And my biggest inner issue was the sense of being unworthy, not good enough. And I have a feeling that Popeye had that too, because when you have to pretend that you're so tough on the outside, you're probably hiding a feeling of insecurity on the inside. So really, I thought that I was uniquely flawed at that time. I thought that my sense of being not good enough, unworthy, was unique to me. But now I know that this is a nearly universal sense in us. Another thing that I had to work on was my fear of asking for money, or the fear of raising my rates. I also worked on the belief that money is bad, that rich people are bad. So during that time, it was really a rapid growth time for me. I was learning business and marketing. I was studying with some big names, and I was doing a lot of work on myself. I was using tapping. I was using matrix reimprinting. I was using internal family systems, and more recently, I've been using the Tapping into Wealth materials from Margaret Lynch. And so I went during these really several years, I went from giving away my services for free as a learner to hourly, to packages of like 3 sessions or 6 sessions. And then I stepped up into business coaching, and I went into a whole different model. Not doing anything by the hour, but instead offering transformation, offering results. So one thing about me, when I do something, I do it wholeheartedly. I do it deeply. I give myself to it fully, and I really pour my heart and soul into it. So I began studying. When I studied EFT, I've studied EFT with Gary Craig, the founder, and also with 7 different EFT masters: Carol Look, Pat Carrington, Carl Dawson, Lindsay Kinney, Gwyneth Moss, Mary Stafford, and Rue Haas. So I have learned a lot about EFT, and I have many different EFT certifications. I also studied parts work, the internal parts of us, including matrix reimprinting, but also internal family systems, and I combine those with tapping. I've studied business with some big names that you are probably familiar with: Marie Forleo, Lisa Sasevich, Ed Dale, Jeff Walker, Kendall Summerhawk, Sage Levine, Pamela Bruner, Margaret Lynch, Bill Barron. So during these years of study, at first all I could really do was basically repeat what I had been taught, copy the masters, hopefully giving them credit, but basically taking their work and simply offering their work to you. But what happens is when we do that, that is the first step. That's the beginning step for all of us. But for me, more and more, I am now able to synthesize the learning that has come to me from all these different directions and create something brand new, standing on the shoulders of giants and offering my own unique techniques and teaching now. So that's how I have created, I think it's on this next slide. Nope, not on this next slide. That's how I've created my money, marketing, and mojo mastery model. So I'm going to show you that in a second. You may have met me in the Tapping World Summit. Now here it is. You may have met me in the Tapping World Summit, which was a massive step up for me in marketing and mojo. And it wasn't a huge moneymaker for me, but what it did is it forced me to step up so much bigger in the area of business, and forced me to grow so much internally, that's the mojo, that it has really given me a much stronger foundation for confidence and for being successful now in my business. So let me just stop for a moment and describe this model. So I use the infinity symbol to indicate that it continually flows. So right now, you can't see me, but I'm using my hand, I'm flowing around the infinity symbol. So the mojo side, when you have mojo, you have charisma, you have confidence, you have courage, you have creativity. You are a channel for divine inspiration. You have stepped into your authentic power and into who you were born to be more and more on this earth. What do you do to get mojo? This is the inner work that I've been describing. Work like tapping, work like the internal family systems, matrix reimprinting. It's like journaling, hypnotherapy, meditation. All of those things build your mojo, your inner power. Marketing, the term marketing I'm using to describe all of the business activities that we need to do to grow a business, like getting out and giving signature talks, giving workshops, going to networking events, introducing yourself, meeting people, creating your premium programs, creating your small entry programs, and offering those to people. So marketing are all of the business activities. And what I have discovered is that when you combine marketing with mojo and you are continually building both, money is inevitable. Money comes. And so I'm going to talk about money because as a transformational business coach, I want to bring money out of the closet. I want to help you heal your money issues. So for me, in the last 5 months, I averaged over $17,000 a month. Now, that was brand new for me because it was like 5 years ago that I had my first $10,000 month. And from then, I was like oscillating back and forth between, 500 and 5,000. And this month, I have earned over $30,000. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to see the evidence that building your mojo and doing smart marketing really can lead you to more and more money. And money is out there. Money wants to come into your hands. We are all standing on the bank of a river of money. And that river is a friendly, safe river that wants you to wade in it, to float in it, to go with the flow, to be surrounded with the abundance of wealth that is possible for all of us. It is available. All we need to do is take the smart marketing action and do the mojo that basically releases the BS, the blocks, all of that stuff that says that we're not worthy, that we're not, that we're not capable, that we're not good enough, and basically to quit being that inner bully. So I am not a proponent of willpower alone. Yes, you've got to have some willpower, you've got to have some, determination and consistent effort, but if willpower alone was effective, we would all be enlightened millionaires. So I know that it takes determination, it takes consistent effort, it takes doing the mojo, the work that builds the mojo, but let me tell you, it's possible, and I'm living proof, and I say if I can do it, I'm nothing particularly special, you can do it too. So I want to tell you what we're going to talk about today. First of all, what I told you in the first of these webinars is that if you speak in front of groups twice a month, you can earn $100,000 a year. And I showed you that model of earning more and more each month. Secondly, if you create an inexpensive product, like a $200 product that's desirable to people, and offer it in conversations or talk about the possibility of it, you can increase your mojo. You can be testing the market all the time, and you can be getting clients to get in the door with you who will then want to do even more work with you. And we're going to talk more about that today, about how you can what you can say. And third, I'm going to talk to you today about the lucrative niches. What are they? So let's jump right into that. There are 5 lucrative niches where the people in those niches are willing to pay you money. They are willing to invest. They have a history of investing in products, programs, coaching, all of that. The first one is business. So these are the 5 lucrative niches. The first one is business. Business includes corporate, so coaching or training to corporations and to high-level executives in corporations, like the CEOs and the high-level, managers. Also entrepreneurs, that's the second area of business. So I am an entrepreneur and I work with entrepreneurs. Those people have a history of investing. And also sales and marketing to any business. So those are the 3 subcategories of business, the first. The second lucrative niche is relationships. We want relationships. We are social beings, and we want to have love. We want to find partners, we want to find our soulmates, and we want to deepen the relationships that we are in, and we want to heal our broken relationships with our partners, with our children, with our friends. And so relationships is another one of the lucrative niches. It's the second one. The third one is money, the area of money, helping people earn more money or helping people clear their money blocks, helping people release any problems with money, helping people step into that flow, that river of money that I talked about before. The fourth is a big area of health, wellness, fitness, and I'm going to put weight loss, a huge moneymaker, into that category. So in the niche of health, you can work with people who have an illness and want to get better, or people in wellness, people who are reasonably healthy, but they want to have vibrant health. They want to be even healthier. So, and then the third area is fitness, like for athletes or people who want to become, stronger, more flexible, more fit. And then weight loss, you know what that is. That's huge. The fifth lucrative niche is beauty. And we could include weight loss again. So some of these, they overlap. They definitely overlap into different areas. But beauty and weight loss, that's another huge lucrative niche. So choosing to work in one of these niches is why my clients, Serena, Pam, and Sophia, had such quick success. That and the fact that all three of them took action. So Serena is a storyteller. That's not one of the lucrative niches. If you look up there, storytelling to children and teaching parents how to teach storytelling, it's not. And in fact, she wasn't making much money. She is a master storyteller. She was on huge stages doing storytelling with huge audiences. Like, she has a large following. But until she switched, she did two things. First of all, she switched her niche to working with entrepreneurs and helping entrepreneurs bring their story to their business, find their signature story. And the second thing she did is I helped her clear her money blocks so that she didn't go around dragging around the beliefs that she had to struggle to make money and that it was bad to make money and, you had to work extremely hard to make money. She tripled her income in 2 short months when she put that together. Pam, like me, was helping everyone. But she realized in our work together that she loved relationships the most. So she created a premium program to help people deepen their relationships or find their soulmate. She kind of branched off into those two possible areas. From her first big talk that she offered discovery session conversations with her, like how to find your soulmate conversation, or I can't remember exactly what she called it, she enrolled 3 clients in her $5,000 premium program for a $15,000 payday. And I had dinner with Pam last Friday night. We rode bicycles to dinner together, and she told me that she is on track to make $100,000 this year because she has continued doing that, and she has enrolled more clients in her $5,000 premium program. Now, Sophia, she, like me, she came from a transformational background. She's an expert tapper. She's an expert at EFT. So she had also had personal success in losing weight without dieting, using tapping to clear the emotions that were behind the overeating instead of dieting. So she created a program that combined what she had learned with her tapping. She went out and gave her first signature talk. She did not have a background in public speaking. She did not have a background in business. Her very first talk, she enrolled her first premium client at $3,000. She went out and gave her second talk. Again, this was, she was just brand new at all parts of this, enrolled her second $3,000 client. So she was brand new, she was nervous, and yet it didn't stop her from taking action, from being successful. So me too. I had no business background. I have a master's in education. I've been a teacher all my life, and my last work was as a reading consultant. I was teaching teachers to do what I know. But when I combined what I had learned in business, how I had learned what you need to do in business and marketing to turn a coaching business or turn a business with a coaching component into a lucrative business, and I combine that with transformation, it's a winning combination. And now I'm working with one of those lucrative niches with entrepreneurs. So because I've spent thousands of hours on my own transformation and double that with my clients, I really get it. I know a lot about the human psyche, about the conscious and the unconscious mind. And so because of my frustration with other business coaches who just focused on the business, I felt like they were saying, hey, put on your big girl panties and just figure it out yourself. You know, be tough, suck it up, get out there in the world, you know, feel the fear and do it anyway. But that didn't always work for me because I couldn't feel the fear and do it anyway. I was feeling so much fear, it was making me freeze. It was making me stop. And that's what I know about myself and about many of the clients that I work with, that we need help with the inner processes in order to get going. So like in my Money Marketing and Mojo Mastery 12-month program, I offer both the business, the marketing, and the inner work that helps you be able to do it, to build your mojo. Plus, I've put in it a tribe, so you have friends going through it all with you. And since I'm not yet a Lisa Sasevich or a Margaret Lynch, my program is very high value at a fraction of the price. So I just want to say right now, if you feel like this could be your time to make your first $100,000, your first 100K or more than you made last year, and you know that you want a coach to hold your hand, to guide you, teach you, hold you accountable, and you want a tribe, let's talk. So I'm sending out the application questions in the replay email. So just reply to that email and answer those questions, and we'll see what I can do to get you into my calendar before this course starts on September the 17th. So now let's jump into what are you going to say out there in the world. So I have a short introduction for you here and a longer one. So the short intro is this. So you can fill in these blanks. I'm an expert at helping, and then fill in the blank in helping. And then the second blank is the desired result. So when I used this last week at a networking event, I said, I'm an expert at helping entrepreneurs make money. So this is a short intro. It needs to be concise. It needs to be, you want it to be interesting and intriguing. So hopefully people will say, how do you help them do that? You know, and they want to know. And so then you can go into your longer intro. Now your longer intro is, again, I help who, get desired result, and then how. And your longer intro can be a little longer. Well, obviously, it's called the longer intro. Now, here's what I want you to do to fill in these results. I want you to make a list of what are the results that the clients I have worked with have gotten. And here's the trick. You need to put these results in their language. You want to use, like, you know, we in the transformational field, we use language like, you will connect your conscious mind with your unconscious mind. You will step more fully into your authentic self. I think in terms like that, but does that make any sense to most of the people who I'm talking to? No, it doesn't. So you need to use, so I want you to make a list of what are the results that they got that they would talk about. So my clients say, whoa, I got a lot more energy. I felt a lot less fear and anxiety and more confidence. They say things like, I enrolled clients in my premium program. I figured out what it is that I'm really good at, and I learned how to talk about it so other people could understand. So make a list of those results that your clients got from working with you in their language. Now, if you're brand new and you don't have a lot of results, just write the results that you think you would get. You know, make it up. Make up a practice client, a fantasy client who did succeed in working with you, and just write down what you think the results would have been. So let me give you an example. So last week, like I said, I went to this networking event, and it was not the typical networking event because everyone was sitting down at tables. It was like what do you call it, casino. It was a casino thing. And so there wasn't as much networking as usual. So I only talked to about 5 people, during the like hour and a half, 2 hours that I was there. But during those 5 people, I changed my intro several times, and it got better and better. Because when I talked to the first person, I didn't say what I've got here on the screen. I said something else. I said something about a premium program, but I didn't explain what it would give for them. And so they were just confused, and they said, well, what's a premium program? Which is actually a good response because I get to answer. But here's how I changed it. I said, I help entrepreneurs attract high-paying clients. First of all, everybody wants to attract high-paying clients, right? With a premium program that can bring in an extra $500 to $5,000 a month with just one new client. Now, when I said that, they turned, looked me in the eye, and said, I want to talk to you. You see, that's the kind of response that we want to get. That is a completely different and better response. So here, let me go back to, let me get myself back on the screen. Just got to figure out where everything is. Here we go. I've got 2 monitors, so my mouse goes away sometimes. Here I am. So what you want to do in your, when you give the how in your description, you want to avoid putting it, like you see, I do tapping, I do EFT, but I'm not going to say that because there are some people that have done tapping and they think it's weird and they don't want to do it again. But of course they haven't done it with me. Or you're going to say, oh, it's this thing where you tap on different places on your face, and they're going to go, forget that. I don't want that. See, it's not the how that interests people. It's the result. So you see, I told them, let me grab that again so I can see it. I told them that I help them attract high-paying clients, desired result number 1, with a premium program, Intrigue. They don't know what a premium program is. That can bring in an extra $500 to $5,000 a month. Now I've got their attention, especially when I say with just one new client. Because at first they thought, well, $5,000, oh my God, I'm going to have to work so hard. But when I said with just one new client, then they realized, oh, this could be easy. I might not have to work so hard. And so this is what made them turn to me and say, I'd like to talk to you. I want to know more. That even happened with the gentleman who had created the business called Green Toes, which is a nail spa, fingernail and toenail manicure and pedicure place that does not use toxic products. So you walk in the place and it smells good. You're not sick when you come out of it. And it was very interesting because just on the way to that particular networking event, I passed one of those spas, some kind of, can't remember what it was called, and I thought, oh, I'd like to go get my toenails done, but I just thought, I don't want to because I know what it would smell like in one of those places. And so I was already primed to meet him. And so I'm interested in his business. He is interested in mine because he likes the idea. He told me when I first, because I used my previous version of my, I just set a premium program, and he said, oh, I already have one. And so then I said, and is it making you an extra, $500 to $1,000 a month with just one client? He said, no, we should talk. So you see, that's why adding that without adding your woo-woo process, you don't want to add the how, because then they eliminate themselves. They know they want the result, but nobody cares about the how. So leave that out. So here is your assignment. Let me get back to the screen so you can see it. Oops, have I got it? Share. Yes, okay, good. So your assignment is to share your I'm an expert at, the short intro, and your I help, who you help, that's all. And put that into the forum on the page, and so you can support each other. And I always recommend that for every time you post something, you encourage, support, nurture, cheer on, answer a question for 2 other people. So you're always helping at the same time that you're asking for help. So that is webinar number 3, very practical information that I have given you today. What are the 5 lucrative niches, and what do you say when you introduce yourself? so that people actually want more information. And you see, I haven't tried to sell anything because actually I'm looking to get into a conversation, and I want to have a conversation elsewhere to see if we might be a really good fit to work together. Unless I'm selling my, very inexpensive program, which you could think about that too. So look forward to hearing from you. I am very interested in generously offering my how to get paid, how to earn $100,000 in the next 12 months business strategy session with you. All you have to do to apply for this is just to answer the questions in the email that you got, the reminder for this webinar, and also I'll send that out again in the replay. And I'll see you next week. Next week it's on Wednesday, our number 4, and on Wednesday I'm going to teach you how to find those high-level clients, the clients who have the money to pay you, who want to generously pay you, who are great clients to work with because they show up on time, they do their homework, they are enthusiastic, they are action takers, and they rave about you. So thanks so much for watching. This has been a blast. Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.